Right now, pot producers and the legalization of marijuana. How the Liberal legislation today might affect the stocks at the TSX. Here's Mike Eppel.
Indeed, Kevin, this has been sort of a day that a lot of investors in this particular segment of the market have been waiting for the actual rules and regulations, at least the template, to be laid out today, because consider that this will all be filtered down to the provincial level for jurisdiction, rules and regulations on medical marijuana and legalization of pot in general. This sector has been one of the hottest performers on the Toronto stock market this year, and actually dating back the past 12 months. Some of these stocks in this particular component have jumped by 3 or 4 times where they originally started. So there's been a lot of money to be made here, and it's going to be about how it's all going to be marketed, who's going to be able to sell legal marijuana. It's expected to be plain paper packaging, that sort of thing. Do they, which retail segment will be benefiting as well? So a lot of moving parts of this story, which will be, of course, not just in today's trading activity, but going forward, how this may move the market on Bay Street. Got some news just coming in after on Loblaw, the nation's biggest grocery store retailer, announcing a big expansion plan today for this year, upwards of 30 new stores and renovating another 500 locations, expanding the Shoppers Drug Mart brand, and all of this, Loblaw says, is going to create upwards of 10,000 construction and retail jobs. It's a $1.3 billion investment, so Loblaw Companies Limited could be a mover on the Toronto stock market today, again, on the announcement of an expansion plan just being announced this morning. We have as well today some, well, comments still moving the market from yesterday on the currency trade this morning. Bank of Canada Governor Stephen Poloz talking about the state of the Canadian economy, sounding a little bit more optimistic, still cautious though. No talk about interest rates going up this year, maybe in the first quarter of next year. He also weighed in on the state of the housing market, saying there's a lot of speculation going on in the Canadian and specifically Toronto real estate market that at some point could see prices decline. We don't know when that's going to happen or if, but nevertheless, there's been a lot of red flags about Toronto real estate. Canadian dollar, it was up yesterday and continues to climb this morning after Donald Trump did a bit of an about face regarding the currency trade, talking about the strength of the U.S. dollar, said it's too high. That dropped the U.S. dollar down. Canadian dollar went up. And he also says that he is not going to brand China as a currency manipulator, as he had been campaigning about prior to being elected to office. So that as well had a ripple effect on the currency trade yesterday and again so far this morning. We have the news that the Cheesecake Factory is coming to Yorkdale Mall this fall. That lit up social media yesterday. This is a company that has over 200 locations in the United States. It's been around actually since 1972, founded originally in Los Angeles, has grown exponentially, much like the size of their portions that they offer, and a wide assortment, one of the larger menus, a lot of anticipation for the Cheesecake Factory moving north of the border. Huge lines if you go to some of their locations in the United States. It'll be interesting to see how that translates into the Canadian marketplace, what their price points will be, and will the sizes of the portions be as big as what they offer in the United States. And the ongoing fallout on a daily basis to the United Airlines PR fiasco from earlier this week, with the CEO of United Airlines now basically looking at a lower pay check from this event because part of his pay was tied to customer service levels. United Airlines does a lot of customer service emails to clients that are not going to get good reviews out of this, obviously, and Oliver Munoz was looking to get about a $500,000 bonus check based on customer service at United.